Okay, I got a stack of rock here that is probably not going to want to be cooperative. I could do this as a silent no talk video, but I don't have the patience for it tonight. I got a lot of stuff to do. I probably won't be able to nap all of the stuff I need to do on video. Probably won't be able to make videos of everything, but I will make a lot more no talk videos. This is just not going to be one of them. Okay. So what is all this stuff? This is all a mix of different, looks like gravel cherts that people have collected and given to me at the Knapping. Alright, so I'm going to break into these things in unconventional ways, like with a steel sledgehammer, because I don't have the inclination, the will, or the tolerance to have a lot of dust being kicked up with a hammerstone. Alright. I'm napping within enclosed places because that's the only place I can nap that's guaranteed to be a safe place to nap without throwing flakes everywhere where there's people trampling the ground that you start throwing chips onto. So yeah, it's not cooperative, this particular piece, loaded with cracks, but I did get a good spall, relatively good, but don't start drilling yet because the points coming off of any one of these is probably going to be less than 3 inches long, no matter how long the spall starts out, you know. Not even if it's like 8 inches long, I'm only going to get probably 3-inch points out of it. That one's a 7-incher right there, but by the looks of it, it's only going to yield 3-inch points. A lot of these gravel cherts have internal cracks and many different issues. Areas of concrete. This one's 4.5. And things like this, big fissures. It looks okay from this side. Looks like I can get a big old 4-inch long point, but often it'll just break right there and you'll have to settle for this side, right? And then you've got quartzite right there, so that probably goes away. So you're left with 2.5-inch point at the most, depending on how big that pocket is of quartzite, and that pocket right there too, depending on how big those pockets are. But I consider it a good spall because it didn't break all into little pieces. Alright, see how this has already got issues. Yeah. What can you make out of that? Some of you saying, I don't care, just send it to me. I got nothing to hit. Some people got nothing to hit, and they will take something like this. You don't want to hit this. No. Trust me. It's better to have nothing to hit than to hit something like that. This stuff is good for flint and steel, but that's about it. I'm going to put it in the heat treat. Anything that looks promising is going to go into the heat treat. I don't have the patience, the willpower, or the desire for abuse to deal with those in a raw state. Can I preserve more of this if I use a hammerstone or some other material to spall it out? Why am I spalling it with a steel sledge? Well, I want to see where the cracks are, and the steel will bring out wherever the cracks are. I'll see them right away. Steel has no patience for this stuff, and that's good. I want to see where the cracks are, the internal issues. Let go. There you go. Yeah, that might yield something, but it's just terrible. Terrible, terrible. Except for flint and steel, then it's good. All right, let's see. But not for Flintknapping. What is this stuff on the outside? What is it? Well, what it is getting all over my stuff in here, my little workshop. Yeah, that's what it is. All right, we got it all off. This looks like amoeba. So, in that case, let's be a little more gentle with it. Am I going to get a big old blade out of it? I hope not. Because that won't be any fun. Yeah, because I'll spend like 4 hours on it trying to get a blade out of it. It'll sell for like 30 bucks. That's it. Right? Right. So I'm hoping for good little spalls to make some nice little pendant arrowheads or some other cool looking thing. Maybe some shark's teeth. But I'm done with the big blades. I have absolutely no interest in it, in anything over 4 inches. Nope. Alright. That's pretty cool. It's high quality raw. Let's see. Where's the tape measure I just had like 5 seconds ago? Here. 3.5 at the most. So 3-inch arrowhead. And these will nap good raw. So I'll leave them over here in a separate pile. I'm going to separate these into heat treat, junk, and good stuff. Yeah, heat treat, junk, and high quality raw. The low quality raw I will heat treat. What am I going to do about this big old turtleback? I'm thinking of not doing anything to it right now. I got a lot to spall out here. Yeah, I just want to see what I got. Yeah, looks like it's high quality stuff. All right, I'll put that away. I might bring it out a little bit later and do a separate video with it. I know it'll disappoint some people because it's not going to be perfectly from rock to point. There's going to be an interruption in there. Oh well. Well, that's interesting. I think this will heat treat nicely. I think. So that goes in the heat treat. I got my turkey roaster. Oh yeah. I'll be here for some weeks. So if Kevin doesn't show up in the videos, just wait. He'll show up eventually. Eventually I'll get caught up on all the stuff I gotta do. I've already got a list of things I need to clean up around here. Yeah, seems I missed to clean it. Let's see here. Besides everything else I gotta do. What am I doing here? I'm just kind of flattening this and getting some little bitty spalls that I might be able to heat treat, because you never know with that stuff. It might just break all up Yeah. So yeah. I'm starting to be not interested in the rock to point type videos where you take a pristine rock. This is one of these things right out of the ground like this and make a point out of it. Because there's various things you need to do to be efficient with a rock like that. You got to spall it out. All right, identify what's knappable and what's not, separate it. Some parts of it are better than other parts. You separate those, right? And then you get around to bifacing them, and then whichever bifaces survive, those are the ones making the points. You don't just take a rock and then make one point out of it. There's a lot to do, a lot that can be done with the pieces that come off the rock. You don't want to be interrupting that process because you want to just go from start to finish, rock to point, and then forget everything else. Are you saying maybe I can just organize it later? Do rock to point first, and all the trash you have, you can organize that later. Yeah, but what if the rock to point doesn't work? What if the spall that I'm working on turns out it breaks? I gotta go into the trash. What if there's nothing in the trash that's big enough to make the original point I want to make? Well, I just delete the video. Yeah, start over. Another pristine rock. Turns out maybe it doesn't have anything in it. Oh, I gotta delete that video because that particular rock had too much concrete. All right, next one. The rock that I thought was going to be knappable is not knappable at all, or it's way too good for the video. I can actually sell it to someone who is dying for wanting to know what good quality rock is. They'll pay any money for what good quality rock is because they have no idea. Just send me a piece of good quality rock so I know. Good quality. Just send it to me so I know what it's like. I have no idea, and I will pay to know. So that's where that goes. No video. I'll break up another rock and it looks like this. And I haven't decided what am I going to use and how much of it can I use and is it usable. Well, I separate these and then I take the biggest ones. I have like maybe 3 that I can use for a video, and I'll do with that. But maybe not. Maybe I can't use any of it. So it's a process that's more sophisticated than just rock to point. Yeah. So I might just not even consider doing that type of video anymore, because I've gone through so many different spalls, nodules, and stuff in that quest to do start to finish that I can't even count. I did a lot of my initial videos that way. But these days I'm just going to spall it out and figure out which ones are good. I don't care which rock they come out of. Or which, I don't even care if I remember which rock they come off of. And if I get a big load of a lot of high quality stuff, maybe. But I think those days are gone. You never can get a big load of high quality stuff these days. Unless you want to buy that instead of buying something for your workshop. See, I can't grind these stones down and practice flake over grind because I spent all my money on stones and now I can't buy the rock saw. Yeah, I spent all my money on rocks, so now I can't nap them because I got to go work to make up for some money that I missed. You know, now I'm in a bind. I gotta do other things besides nappings. I can't nap anymore because it put me in a bind to buy all that rock. So I was gonna have to sit there for some years until I get myself out of the bind. That kind of thing. I don't want that to happen to me. Yeah. And yeah, rock can get that expensive, especially if you buy a trailer load, which I've always been tempted to do. Just break down and just buy a whole trailer load. Yeah. And you can satisfy all those rock to point people that want to see you do rock to point. With big stuff. There's plenty of little stuff out there I can do rock to point with. But no one wants to see that. They want to see all the big stuff. Yep. Rock to point, end up with a 7-inch point. Yeah. I got some of those videos. I don't know how long the longest one is. Somebody refresh my memory. I think I did some Georgetown ones fairly recently. Yeah, over the summer I literally spent thousands of dollars on rocks. Broke even, so it's not all a total loss, but it was kind of frustrating. Yeah, it was mainly for side projects. No more side projects. Oh no. That was kind of a nightmare. Okay. It's pretty looking stuff, but I don't know how it will nap into a thin point. It'll nap, but I don't know about thinness. But I'm going to catch all of this on video, even if it breaks in half or whatever. Because it's not a rock to point video. It's just spalling and testing and separating. Yeah. Most of those are small. Are going to be small points if I ever do anything with that stuff. Small points, 1.5 inches long or something like that. 70 grains. 40 to 70 grains. That kind of thing. Yeah, I'm going to try to flatten this out. I'll pick up some of these flakes later. Yeah, it's raw, but it's not that great. It might look okay. Let me see. I might be able, well, I don't know. I was thinking maybe I could just skip the heat treating part and nap it raw, but I don't know. Do I heat treat it and work a big piece like this heat treated? I have in the past, yes. Whether I would do it now or not, I don't know. I gotta test the small ones first. That's another thing about the process of rock to point. It skips the step where you test out some of these flakes to see how well it heat treats. Like I'll just throw some of these flakes in turkey roaster and heat treat them before anything else, and then see how they come out. There's testing involved. It could be excellent as a heat treat, but I don't know. I won't know until I test it. Now I could do a series of videos, or one video all chopped up, rock to point, with everything conceivable that I can put in there, but just chopped up, so you'll just see segments of what happened. Segments of the spalling, segments of the separating, segments of the heat treat testing, segments of the actual heat treat, segments of the testing of the heat treat, as far as knapping a full point goes, and then do another point to try to match, see how that goes. But you'll see segments of all that, and then you'll see finished points. I could do that with some video editing in about a few weeks of time or whatever. Could start doing those type of videos. I'm gonna get my computer fixed here in a little while, maybe a couple weeks. So I'll be able to store lots of video clips on my computer. My new phone can store up to 4 hours of video. Before I could only store maybe 2 hours. So I can store video, but I can't store like 36 hours of video like some of these process videos require, because you film everything but you speed it up just so you can present it in a short period of time. That sort of thing. So I'll be exploring that too. We'll see. I'm spending a lot of time on this particular one. Yeah. Seeing how far it can go. Yeah, I need to get rid of that mass near the base. I've been postponing it. So my normal video format is just winging it. No editing, low tech. But I think I'm gonna have to change that up. Yep. If I want more views. Yeah. We'll see. I'll save that for later, because I am not going to be able to make a point out of it tonight. I got a lot more to do. Look at these. Why do I want to get all these done? Because I'm going to be heat treating some of this stuff. I need a batch. I need a good batch to stick in the heat treat. I want to be spending $50 a week just to nap and test a little handful like this. Yeah. I want a big old 20-pound batch. All right, or a couple, or three 20-pound batches, not just little bitty batches. Yeah, I could tell that one was gonna be all broken. I could tell. I think I had hit it the other day. Yeah. There was a natural crack in it there. This might heat treat all right. It might. There's concrete right there. I mean, that looks like concrete, the whole thing. But with heat, it could gloss up and be nice. Okay, let's see. Let's try something else. Very, very tough. Very, very tough. All right. Yeah, some of these tough ones, some of them do end up heat treating very, very nicely. Let's see. I can get a good spall off of that. It might be promising. Put it in the roaster. Yeah. I would not want to nap that raw. No. It's got issues. Yeah, too many issues. I'd rather nap high quality rhyolite than this stuff. At least with the high quality rhyolite, you're not going to have too much internal defects. This has got internal defects. This I might nap that raw, but I think those days, I don't have too many of those days nowadays where I just pick a nice skinning flake and nap it. I'm usually doing this kind of stuff, the rock challenges and showing people how to spall. Yep. Doesn't look all that bad. That one's really wavy, curved, but some of those coming off of there don't look too bad. Not that one, but the one just before. Let's see if I can get in here. It looks like Cortex is interfering. I don't know. Inconsistent material. Some of it looks really nice, some of it is not good. Yep. Just making a little pile of these. I'm gonna have a bunch of little piles, and then I'll decide which piles are going to be tested in the heat treat. And which ones can I nap right away on video? And I could save all these videos. If I think about it, just save all the videos and then string them together later. And then I can have a complete rock to point video. I used to save all my videos. Yeah, and I'd have external drives and other people's computers, and they were all full of videos, and I'd have them all cataloged. Never did anything with them. Nope. You know, because just looking for them, I have to re-watch them, see which ones they are. Right? And once I rewatch 20 hours of video and pick out 1 hour that I need. All right, go on to the next one. I need you know, 15 more of those. I need 15 more of those episodes where I watch, you know, a bunch of videos and finally find the one that I need, so that I string it to the first one. Yeah, no. I'm not going to be doing that. Nope. If you guys know a way to keep track of these videos in a very efficient way on something that can't be lost, you know, just write it in a notebook, dude. As you're napping, just get your notebook out and write it in there. Which video is what, and what the plans are for it. Yeah, I've done that before. Don't ask me where my notes are. I think they all go to Noteland. Yeah, Noteland has witness protection program. There's no way to find them once they go into Noteland. Yeah. So yeah, what am I going to do with this? I was going to try to do something to knock off that turtleback. It just feels like solid concrete right there. I could heat treat this just the way it is, but it's got areas that are way too thick, so it probably will not heat treat nice and evenly. Yeah, hard hit. Did it work to take off? Yeah, it took off a pretty good chunk of that turtleback. Yep. Some of you might be saying, well, it looks like it's not too bad. You can probably do rock to point on some of the stuff you're doing right now. Yeah. You could, but I'd be neglecting all the other stuff. Like I said, I gotta get a bunch of it heated, tested. I can't be carrying around these things. I carried these things around from the nap-in to where I'm at now, and they're taking up space. I gotta reduce them down to something manageable, so I can carry the good stuff with me. Limited amount of time to do all this. All right. I'm sure you guys know how it is. Yeah, I talk about this stuff because, you know, it's some people just don't know. Rocks are heavy, take up space. People ask questions. You start working with rocks, and people start coming around and getting stones in their feet. You know, what are you doing? Your debris is getting on me. Getting on the stuff. Yeah, what are you doing? I'll be out of your way in a few weeks. I gotta do a bunch of stone to point videos. Yeah. Don't mind the mess while I do it. You know, don't mind all these hanging around rocks. Okay, let's see. Yeah, situation will be different once I have another permanent location. This was my first one here in Midland. I bought this place. But now it's my kids, my ex-wife's. I still got my little workshop back here, so I still use it. But I can't be doing this forever. Got to get another one, another location. All right. Now this looks kind of okay for heat treating now. Yeah, I wouldn't want to work this raw. This is nasty stuff. But I have worked it. I have worked this stuff raw. Oh yes. Some of this stuff on the inside is totally different than the stuff I was peeling off from the outside. Yeah. It's one of the outside pieces and the inside pieces. Yeah, the coloration is a little bit different. Consistency is a little bit different. Some of these are curved, so they won't make, you can't make long points out of the curved ones. All right, so yeah, I'll leave that for later. It's got a, it doesn't look like it has any major issues. All right. I don't know if I'm going to heat treat that or yet. I don't know. That's another thing. I don't always decide exactly what I'm going to do. This might heat treat all right. It might. There's concrete right there. I mean, that looks like concrete, the whole thing. But with heat, it could gloss up and be nice. Okay, let's see. Let's try something else. Very, very tough. Very, very tough. All right. Yeah, some of these tough ones, some of them do end up heat treating very, very nicely. Let's see. I can get a good spall off of that. It might be promising. Put it in the roaster. Yeah. I would not want to nap that raw. No. It's got issues. Yeah, too many issues. I'd rather nap high quality rhyolite than this stuff. At least with the high quality rhyolite, you're not going to have too much internal defects. This has got internal defects. This I might I might not that raw, but I think those days, I don't have too many of those days nowadays where I just pick a nice skinning flake and nap it. I'm usually doing this kind of stuff, the rock challenges and showing people how to spall. Yep. Doesn't look all that bad. That one's really wavy, curved, but some of those coming off of there don't look too bad. Not that one, but the one just before. See if I can get in here. It looks like cortex is interfering. I don't know. Inconsistent material. Some of it looks really nice, some of it is not good. Yep. Just making a little pile of these. I'm gonna have a bunch of little piles, and then I'll decide which piles are going to be tested in the heat treat. And which ones can I nap right away on video? And I could save all these videos. If I think about it, just save all the videos and then string them together later. And then I can have a complete rock to point video. I used to save all my videos. Yeah, and I'd have external drives and other people's computers, and they were all full of videos, and I'd have them all cataloged. Never did anything with them. Nope. You know, because just looking for them, I have to re-watch them, see which ones they are. Right, and once I rewatch 20 hours of video and pick out 1 hour that I need. All right, go on to the next one. I need you know, 15 more of those. I need 15 more of those episodes where I watch, you know, a bunch of videos and finally find the one that I need, so that I string it to the first one. Yeah, no. I'm not going to be doing that. Nope. If you guys know a way to keep track of these videos in a very efficient way on something that can't be lost, just write it in a notebook, dude. As you're napping, just get your notebook out and write it in there. Which video is what, and what the plans are for it. Yeah, I've done that before. Don't ask me where my notes are. I think they all go to Noteland. Yeah. Noteland has witness protection program. There's no way to find them once they go into Noteland. Yep. So yeah, what am I going to do with this? I was going to try to do something to knock off that turtleback. It just feels like solid concrete right there. I could heat treat this just the way it is. but it's got areas that are way too thick, so it probably will not heat treat nice and evenly. Yeah, hard hit. Did it work to take off? Yeah, it took off a pretty good chunk of that turtleback. Yep. Some of you might be saying, well, it looks like it's not too bad. You can probably do rock to point on some of the stuff you're doing right now. Yeah. You could, but I'd be neglecting all the other stuff. Like I said, I gotta get a bunch of it heated. Test it. I can't be carrying around these things. I carried these things around from the Knapping to where I'm at now, and they're taking up space. I gotta reduce them down to something manageable, so I can carry the good stuff with me. A limited amount of time to do all this. All right. I'm sure you guys know how it is. Yeah, I talk about this stuff because, you know, it's some people just don't know. Rocks are heavy, take up space. People ask questions. You start working with rocks, and people start coming around and getting stones in their feet. You know, what are you doing? Your debris is getting on me. Getting on the stuff. Yeah, what are you doing? I'll be out of your way in a few weeks. I gotta do a bunch of stone to point videos. Yeah. Don't mind the mess while I do it. You know, don't mind all these hanging around rocks. Okay, let's see. Yeah, the situation will be different once I have another permanent location. This was my first one here in Midland. I bought this place. But now it's my kids, my ex-wife's. I still got my little workshop back here, so I still use it. But I can't be doing this forever. Gotta get another one. Another location. Alright. Now this looks kind of okay for heat treating now. I wouldn't want to work this raw. This is nasty stuff. But I have worked it. I have worked this stuff raw. Oh yes. Some of this stuff on the inside is totally different than the stuff I was peeling off from the outside. Yeah. It's one of the outside pieces and the inside pieces. Yeah, the coloration is a little bit different. Consistency is a little bit different. Some of these are curved, so they won't make, you can't make long points out of the curved ones. Alright, so yeah, I'll leave that for later. It's got a, it doesn't look like it has any major issues. Alright. I don't know if I'm going to heat treat that or yet. I don't know. That's another thing. I don't always decide exactly what I'm going to do. Alright, so this looks pretty interesting. I don't want to mess this one up. It looks like it has a potential of being high grade, but we'll see. This one looks like it's going to be extremely sharp, so I don't want to. I've already started the day off cutting my finger on this stuff, and it looks all, it's all river tumbled and stuff. Only some of it has sharp edges, and I managed to find one. Alright. Wear 2 gloves so that just in case one of these flakes comes my way and drags across my ungloved hand, it won't end in disaster. This is not easy to decide which is the better platform to strike on. This going that way like the previous owner did, or change it up a little bit, maybe hit here and go across this and then do a flaking that way, because it should be concave, not convex. Right. All right. So what did I do? I hit that protrusion right there to get a spall. That's not too bad. It's good flint steel material. It's I can tell it's already one of those types of stone that is very tough. Yeah. Ouch, that took off way too much. Different consistencies. Yeah. And I'm using a soft hammer too, and it took off what appears to be a hard hammer spall. I hit way too high or something. Why don't I use a la 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 technique? I don't always use it. Sometimes I don't use it. I'm trying to get long, coast to coast type flakes, but I'm running out of options here. Maybe some of you can see dozens of options for long coast to coast flakes, but I don't see them. No. I want to follow a ridge, I want to follow that ridge there. But I could spall this down. I can keep hitting this way and make a bunch of little spalls. I could hit this way, same deal, just make a bunch of little spalls going in, 2 inch, 1 inch, 3 inch maybe, and then get left with a clunker at the end. I could try to make a biface out of this thing. The best strategy is to meet your requirements. Try to meet your requirements. What are you going to do? What are your requirements? Do you need a long 7-inch arrowhead, knife, blade, spear point, whatever? Can't use it. You need like a dozen little bitty 3/4 inch long arrowheads, then you can use a bunch of these little flakes. Depends on what you're after. Alright, which way are we going here? I can't tell which way is up. There we go. Yeah, it's breaking in a weird way. It's just breaking way too thick. I don't know. I'm trying to get a thin spall, see if it's actually possible. It's breaking. That one broke. That one was a potentially thin spall, maybe? I don't know. I'm trying to get a thin spall, see if it'll actually do it. If it can actually do it, then I'm in good shape. But if it can't do it, I'm going to move on to a different rock. No sense in trying to get long spalls out of something that's not going to do it. And I'll set it aside until I need to use something like this. What am I going to use it for? Maybe adds bleeds. I don't know. Thin spall, is there one in there? Yeah, it's not too bad. Not too bad. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like these. That one wasn't too bad. So I guess it is possible. Yeah. All right, let's see. Where else? Where can I get a nice... See, it wants to terminate before it goes anywhere. Doesn't want to go over the hump. That's not a good sign. I can continue hitting in there. Get some spalls off of that. Yeah, trying to get a biface out of this thing is not going to be easy. There's going to be a lot of waste. You know, I could do a lot of blades, a lot of little spalls off of this face here. It'd be less waste. So I'm going to save this. I'm going to save this specifically to try to make a conical core out of it. Yeah. Hit blades off of this side, I guess. All right. What is it? We'll see. Ooh, that one went clear across. Kicked out the back door. Knocked on the front door and they ran out the back. That's interesting. Natural seam, but it seems like it's high quality raw. Seems like it. Even with the seams. It seems even with the seams that it's high quality. Let's try another one. Let's try another strike here. See if we can get it to show us where the cracks are. Ooh, that's nice. There is an internal crack there. Right there, but it's still nice in that other area. So it's like amoeba chert. It's like amoeba. High quality. Alrighty. So how do I take care of that big mess? Well, I could just go like this a couple times, and there it is. Solves that problem. Right? Right. What's that in the middle, you might say, or you might ask? That stuff in the middle? I don't know yet. It doesn't look very inviting. That doesn't look like high quality stuff. How do I get the most out of this? How do I get a 7-inch blade out of this? Let me see. Diagonally? 6 inches only. Shucks. Could have gotten it diagonally. Yeah, you wish. Ooh, that's a nice little Arrowhead spall. Don't get mixed up back here. I'm watching you. Yeah. I'm sorting them back there. I don't want them to get mixed up. Yeah, I got plans for some of you guys. Maybe. I don't know. Some of you guys are dying for rock, and then when you get some, you don't know how to spall it out. I completely understand. And then you get your hands on it, and you're spalling it, and then you end up with a little piece left over at the end, and a bunch of this cruddy stuff. And you don't know what to do next time, so you watch a video. How did he do it? He keeps saying I don't know a lot, but he did it. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I really don't know. So yeah, if you're in that boat where you need to know how to spall these things to get the maximum yield, I don't really know what I'm going to do with this. I'm just going for it. It's got a lot of issues, but I can, tease a point out of some of this stuff. Maybe. It's high quality stuff in some areas. Like I could probably tease a point out of that. But it won't be very big. It'll be, in this area probably. But I can throw these in the turkey roaster and test them for a heat treat and see if they actually respond. That's what I use those for. I use them for testing. And just, sock it away in the memory. Hopefully I'll remember next time that, I break one of these open and I go, wait a second, some of this is excellent heat treat. Or some of it is excellent raw. Hopefully I'll remember. Yep. Hopefully. But this is not fun stuff. Yeah. Let's see. That's a good thumbnail, right? It's better than the moon rock thumbnail. Let's see if I can take a picture. Yeah. Camera works good. Take a picture of that. I like being able to take a picture in a video on the fly. I am very tired today. I've been moving stuff all day. Mostly trash. Yeah. This is good. This is high quality raw in there, but it's so broken up that I don't know what to do with it. I can tease a point out of this one probably. But this stuff. Yeah, there's probably another point in there somewhere. Alright, so save that. So these are all cruddies. Yeah. This one I don't think can be redeemed at all, so let's see. Did I show this one in the beginning of the video? It looks very similar to this last one. Looks very similar to this stuff. Let me see. It's got pretty colors and it looks glossy. Now that's interesting. I'm going to save that for another video. Oh yeah. Yep. That one I might do stone to point. Yeah. Because even I want to see that. That one looked pretty cool. All right. What else? Yeah, I'll delay a bunch of stuff just to see that. I'll make exceptions once in a while. Yep. Not always. Once in a while I'll make an exception. Come on, don't get mixed up. I'm telling you guys not to get mixed up back here. Alright. This one looks like it could be high quality raw stuff. That would be nice. That would be nice. Would be nicer if I can spall this out into large spalls. Yeah. Without goofing around too much. I goof around too much. I goof around because I got a lot of boring work ahead of me. Although breaking into new stone is not that boring, there is some tediousness involved, especially if there is issues with the rock and you just want to get through it. You just, I need to get through this batch because it's not seeming to be very good. Or it's frustrating because I can't do anything with it. Or it's got concrete and issues. Previous people napping on it. It's going to be a turtleback from Hades. There's incipient bulbs from people hammering on it. Who knows what. Maybe it's in nature hammering on it. Never know. These things tumble in weird ways. They fall out of cliffs down into a bunch of gravel and it gets all dented up with other stones. It might not be a Flintknapper putting these incipient bulbs in. Could have fallen out of a cliff. Yep. There's a lot of these limestone cliffs that are eroding around here, and flint and chert are falling out. And they fall quite a distance sometimes. Or they tumble down the hill. They don't necessarily have to fall straight down. They might tumble down the hill and hit several rocks on the way. And there it is. Ding dong. All you need is a couple of big impacts with another stone to put that incipient bulb in there. Yep. Even while you're collecting the stone. I've done that before. I've collected stones and I threw them in piles like this, and I noticed that some of them were chipping, and I went and actually checked, and I said, you know what? I think what I'm doing is, by tossing these all together roughly, I'm creating incipient bulbs in some of this stuff. And I went, after all that work, what am I doing? Gotta be more genteel. Yeah. It's just rock, but there are many ways you can ruin it, not just by Flintknapping on it like this, but the way you store it and handle it. Alright, that varies from really cruddy concrete, like right there, to excellent raw right there. Beautiful raw. I could tell I could pressure flake that easily, I could percussion flake that easily. But up here on this side, I can't do anything with this concrete. But I'll save it for later. It's good flint and steel type stuff. Nothing else. Good flint and steel material. What am I doing? I'm looking for pieces I might be able to salvage. Excuse me. Yeah, holiday food. It does not agree with me. No. And I've been eating some chocolate. I mean, I do occasionally eat chocolate, the low sugar type. But I've been eating too much. Oh, yes. And can't have any sweets. No, no, no. All right, let's see what we can do. Ooh, that is not bad. That's not bad of a spall, right? Let's see. Is it 7 inches long? No, 4 inches. I can get maybe a 3-inch, no, 2.5 inch point out of it. Yeah, good enough. It's kind of root beerish, so it's going to be cool. Now, where do you find these rocks, you might ask? Where do you get them? Private property. Yeah. OPP, other people's property. Yep. Sometimes these are piled up as trash. Sometimes you find them on the side of a dirt road, just dug up. There's a nodule sitting right there on the side of the dirt road. Or it's brought in with the dirt and it just ends up on a little mound on the side of the road because, you know, it rains and all the rain washes the dirt off the top of this and it just sits there looking at you going, I might be an arrowhead if you're brave enough. Yep. Oh yeah. Try to get some spalls. Brave enough to try to get spalls off of it. Yeah. Just grind it. Grind it everywhere. It'll give you some spalls if you just grind it. Some of you might say. Now that's some interesting material there. I'll save that. But yeah, some of you just said, just grind it. It'll work. Just grind it. Where am I going to grind it? Yeah, I hit way too high. I hit right there. That showed where I hit. I was supposed to hit down low. But no. No. Still save it. Yeah, I got boxes of flakes I need to send out, and I pretty much stopped selling boxes of flakes on the auctions, but I might have to start up again. Yeah, because I have very little time to actually make points. All right, let's see. It's starting to maybe make a biface, except I got a bunch of concrete on this side. If you can hear the airplanes, once in a while the historical planes will come out. You know, the World War II aircraft. They got an air museum here. So that's kind of cool. Sounds like you're in a video game or something. All right. I'm going to try to get rid of this concrete. Maybe Get some thin flakes and usable flakes, and maybe a biface at the end. You didn't grind it, you might say. You didn't grind it. Yeah, well, it was a stout platform. Stout enough. I want to get rid of that. But if I can see an opportunity to thin it down or something, I'll use that mass to try to thin it, or to make it more bifacial, or do something to that effect. So let's see. I don't know. See, if it's finicky at this stage, just imagine trying to thin it down while it's really thin. I mean, that's not too finicky. I suppose that's okay. Nice translucency there. Yeah, all right. Undetached flake, which is okay because it probably didn't have nearly enough energy to get through that. And there's a splotch of concrete right there. A blotch of spotch. There's a blotch of spotch right there. Yep. Okay. What is spotch? Someone told me that they call these really hard areas, these inclusions, they call them spotches or something. I call them vugs, V-U-G, in one video, and someone says, I think that might be called a spotch or something like that. Something like that. We'll see. One thing good coming from the internet is collective knowledge. Someone knows what these things are called besides concrete. Besides concrete, there's got to be a name for these areas. So yeah, this is a potential biface. Yeah, but I'm not too thrilled with it. Am I spoiled? No, it just has issues, you know, that could mess you up. It'll mess up your day. Trying to thin down the biface, and you're trying to get a narrow and thin flake to penetrate that. You can get a wider one and thick to penetrate through that, but a narrow, thin one trying to get through concrete, the kind of flake everyone wants to see. Thin, narrow flakes. It just avoids the area. See, so I want to go around it. So it went literally around it. Yeah. Yeah, it's a little bit powdery too. Yep. I don't know. Yeah, can't get too hung up on some of these. Can't get too attached to some of these either. Yeah. All right. Next, what do we got? Someone's already been at this. I don't know. It's hard to tell. You can find it like this out in the field, in nature sometimes. And some of you might say, well, that was Indians that did that. See? Indian. You don't know for sure. It could be natural forces. Could be Native Americans napping this. Or it could be a recent napper and this has just been in a very wet soil or in a bucket full of water or something. It's got some patina on it. You never know. Previous owner might have gotten a couple of spalls that he liked and that's it. Don't want no more. He liked the spalls, but maybe not the material. Yeah, this is tough stuff. I don't know. Do I put it with the high quality? No, the high quality says no, it doesn't want it in there. Yeah, okay, fine. Alright, you don't want it in there with the high quality stuff. Okay, fine. I get comments like, does a rock tell you? Does it communicate with you when you're napping it? I wish. Make it easier if it did. It talks to me when it doesn't want to be next to another piece of ugly rock. Yeah. The good rock doesn't want to be next to the ugly stuff. So I might just decide to take a big scoop of all the ugly flakes and by accident scoop up a nice one. Throw it all out. By accident. You know, I don't throw the ugly ones out by accident. But you know, if I get them mixed up, bad things happen. Yep. So yeah, I've got rock challenges and stuff I gotta do. So the faster I can get this new stuff, spall down to see what I got, do some videos with some of it, the better. That way I can get to my other stuff too. I only get this stuff like once a year. I'm scooping out these big fat chunks. I'm trying to scoop out, or trying to get some flatter spalls, but then I end up just getting thin curved ones. I don't get big scoop outs, I get thin curved ones. Yeah, I should do a silent video on this stuff. The trouble is, to do the silent ones, I like to have it totally silent without noise in the background. So I got to do it inside my van with all the windows shut. And this type of operation sprays flakes everywhere. So if I do this inside my van, the next day I go to vacuum and I've got flakes everywhere. Yeah. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to do one of these as a silent video. No talk video. I could do this and just not talk, right? I could do that option. I've done that before. But I'm gonna be experimenting with completely silent, with hardly any background noises. I'll be doing more of those so that it's easy to add in other sounds like nature sounds or voiceover. And it sounds pretty good. gotta focus on these hits because I don't want it to break in half. If I put too much force in this particular stone, it might break in half. This is a medium quality raw. I would classify this as a medium. Yeah. It's not, I don't know. It's not the best stuff. It's got these weird cracks in it. See those surface cracks and stuff? I don't know. On the surface of the flake scar, you get all these tears. It's got these weird tearing characteristics. And it's got some issues. So this type I would not heat treat because this is the type that will break up. So let me see. Yeah, I got to be careful not to mix in. If I, the stuff, if I see tears in it and these issues like this, that's a red flag for possible misbehavior during heat treating, which means it'll crack up even more than this. So I had to set this aside separately. It's got crystal pockets in it. See that? I gotta set this aside separately, although it can be napped fairly easily. I don't want to ruin it completely by sticking it in the heat treat when I shouldn't. I don't think this is going to work. I could try a couple pieces. Yeah. Throw a few flakes in and see, and just try it out. So this one here, I gotta separate out separately over here. And then quit for now on that one until I test it. What am I going to test it for? Just to see what it looks like. If it breaks all up into pieces from heat treat, then I'll just have to nap it raw. But if it is heat treatable, then I can go to town on it and maybe make some good stuff after it's heated. This reminds me of Buffalo River. I bet you that's what this is. Because I just got random spalls and random nodules at the Knapping. So this is a totally different ball game. I don't have my pens or I'd be writing on this stuff. But I will after tonight. I'll be writing on some of this stuff. Okay. I mean, I do have my pens. I just can't seem to find them in a short period of time. Yeah, I don't have them in my immediate stuff. I don't know what I do with mine. I usually have Sharpies to label this stuff as I'm napping. All right. Yeah, it's high quality stuff. Nice. Can I nap this raw? Yeah, I've napped this kind of stuff raw before. It's not easy. But it's high quality. Which means you can make most things out of it. You know, if you get a good piece, you can make most things. I don't know, there's a seam in here. Weird one. Yeah, that's the only issue. It won't let me drive a flake because it's got a crack in it. This crack right through here. How do I get rid of that? No easy answer, and the previous napper looks like he didn't address that either. Let's see. Just grind it, you might say. Just grind it. You'll see a way. All right, I'll just grind it and see. Let me know when there's a way. You're gonna let me know, right? Oh, nice. Yeah, it's not breaking in the right way. Ooh, it's got concrete. We have a concrete alert. This is a small point, maybe. I look at some of these and I'm saying, those were the old days when I would try to get something out of this stuff. Those are the old days. Never know, those days could come back. I don't know. Still looking at that seam in there. I don't know what to do about that stuff. Just hit it right here and be done with it, but it's not gonna remove the flake properly. I can just hit it here and try to be done with it, but it's not gonna remove that flake properly. Not along that seam. It's going to initiate up high and it's going to run into that seam and stop. Yeah, I got to do a two-stage attack. Go this way and then that way with it. We'll lose some length. Because it's solid here. If I hit there, I can drive a flake in. Maybe it'll pick up this crack. You know, as I hit here, it'll expand out. The flake will expand out. Maybe it'll expand along this crack here. So I hit that this way, it might crack right along there. Maybe, if I'm lucky. Did it do it? It tried to. I got myself a good little spall there. Yes, indeed. It tried to follow that, but I still see some in there. Maybe I can just hit some of that off. Glancing blows. I still see that seam. Okay. Yeah, hopefully with my rant going on, some of you guys give me some suggestions. I mean, what can I do about materials? Or what do you do for your material issues? Everyone asks me that, but I'm asking you that. What do you do about your materials? Cash in your 401k and buy a bunch of rock? Is that what you guys do? I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, that's good stuff. Not easy to knap, but it's still clear. Clear is so nice. You know, no concrete in that. Yeah. Yeah. Is it shaping up? I hope so. I hope this is shaping up to be a nice biface. Only time will tell. So anyway, I already cashed in my 401k. So it's too late for me. Yeah. Back when I lost my last job, I was the only one working, so we had to have money to pay the bills for a little while before everything got back up to speed. All right. Yeah, I got friends that I can go on rock runs with. But the nodules are not this big usually. They're little ones, which is not bad. I mean, they're about this size, which means, you know, 2-inch long points. Not bad, not bad. But not great. I don't have to nap it. I can sell it. But everyone else knows that too. Oh yes, non-nappers know exactly what they can sell. If there's money in it, they all of a sudden become experts. Oh yeah. And not fake experts, but real experts. Ooh, what did I do? Got myself a bending flake. That's what they call a bending flake, when it has a bite initiation like that. Yeah. I didn't want that. I only wanted this little bit. I didn't want that whole big bite taken out. That's a bummer. But I shouldn't worry. That's a controlled bite. Yeah, totally controlled. Yeah. And I gotta say it in that funny way too. Controlled. Yeah. Kind of solved that problem of that issue there in a little bit. That is a bit of concrete or a blotch of spotch. Yeah. Has this gone on for an hour yet? I think it probably has. I'm pausing it and stopping the video here and there, or stopping to restart here and there, just so the sound is synced. Yeah. For some reason, the video is better in terms of sound if I break it up and then rejoin it together later. I don't know why. Nobody else seems to have that issue. I still see the, you know, stuff going on in my videos. I don't know if it's me or what. But yeah, the delay. There's a delay or a lag. I think they call it a lag in the audio. Not always, but there does seem to be some. Got to take care of it somehow. Figure it out. I gotta figure it out somehow. Oh, it's really nice. It's hard, but it's actually good quality. Tough. So I gotta use steel tools and that kind of thing. This is the kind of stone that eats up your antler. You might look nice and all that, but you try to nap that with an antler, you better have a big old stash. If you nap like me anyway. Aggressively. If you nap aggressively like me, you're gonna go through the stash of antler quick. But But yeah, you can make nice flakes on this stuff. Oh yes. I need to get rid of the seam in here. While I'm doing that, I can explore options as to where I can thin. And look at that. I need to file that down flat because it's way too rough. It's way too rough for delicate work, but for this kind of work, it's pretty good. I think I might have spoken too soon. That, you know, that might be an issue. But there was a seam in here, so that might be an issue too. But if the aluminum grabs too much, it produces those bites like I took out right there. It produces that kind of bite like that. Yeah. Yeah, that controlled little bending flake there. Being sarcastic, yeah. I have to be very careful about where I hit on that one. Yeah. Nice stuff. I keep saying that, but yeah. It is kind of nice. Now, what's the size on this biface? This is unusual. Almost 6. Yeah. Kind of unusual. I didn't hit that where I wanted to, but it was, luckily, I wanted to hit on, I hit right there. I wanted to hit right there. I don't know what happened. But yeah, it didn't do much damage. Luckily. I just want to flatten this out. Yeah, I'm trying to do this inside the van with the window shut. I'd have flakes flying everywhere. I can see all in my shop. They're all over the place. And in case you guys missed it, I was talking about doing the silent no talk videos. I'll do more of those, but I'm going to do them inside the van so they're completely silent so that I can add voiceover, nature sounds, or other effects. I don't know what the other effects might be. Maybe wind and stuff. I don't know. It just gives me options. And it's better than listening to random traffic noises. Yeah, I'm not having much luck with this. With the step fracturing thing. That's a newbie mistake. I'm making some newbie mistakes. Oh yes. Some of you might ask, isn't it better to have a rough surface on your percussion flaker? Yeah, it is advantageous in many cases, but if you're using a swiping technique, it's best to have smooth. I don't know why. It just tends to make and maintain contact. It makes and maintains contact with the platform better when it's smooth. I don't know why. thin it down anymore. I probably can if I take another strike, but do I want to? That's the thing. I don't want to mess it up, so I'll leave it like that. Maybe a subject for another video. Let's see. Do I put it with the other stuff? Or do I leave it separate? Do a video. Might just do another video. I mean, separate. Totally separate, yeah. Alright, so I'll leave that totally separate for upcoming video. Upcoming video. Alright. So I think I remember someone asking for a raw chert knife blade, a demonstration. So there it is. Potential demonstration right there. Started in video number blah blah blah. Ooh, this is just like the other one that was colorful. But wait a second. Is it just like it? Or is it more like this one? It's hard to tell. Let's see. Yeah, it's probably more like this one. I was thinking it was more like that colorful one back there. Let me see. Where are you? I was thinking more like that one, but not. It's not like that one. You can even tell the cortex is not even similar. But this one, this cortex is similar to that. Yeah. Nasty. I knew it. I knew it's too good to be true. To get a nice flat one, because they're coming off in bulbs, with big bulbs. Yeah. Now, do I make a biface out of this? I don't know. Let's see. I'm going to take a little pause here. Yeah, I paused to think about this for a second. I have... I was thinking most of this stuff was low quality. So now I'm thinking maybe I should just wait. Bite the bullet and keep these in the yard and not break them up yet, because if they are high quality, I need to be more focused and try to do a better job of getting these things spalled. Let me see. Maybe get a different tool. A bigger piece of aluminum or something. Yeah, it's the same as the other one. Same material as that. It's not bad quality. It's just, it's going to be tough. Yeah, lots of cortex sometimes. Sometimes lots of cortex. I'm not too happy about that. Yeah. An extremely high quality stuff would just keep going. It would just keep going and crack that. Take that right off. Let's see. Nasty. These are not good. Yeah, and when I say it's not good, I mean it's not good. Nope. Some of these down here, I can salvage some of this stuff. Maybe. Maybe. That one. Too much cortex. What do you mean? Cortez? Too much Cortez? Hernando Cortez? No, no, no. Cortex. Too much cortex. There's too much Cortez, yeah, also, but no. I'm talking about cortex. Alright, here we go. Did I get one? And when I do a very quiet no talk video, this kind of sound is accentuated. These flakes, you can hear them in all their glory with no interruption of other noises. Oh yes. Yeah, I've been watching war movies. Yeah, I'm thinking, what have I been watching on videos? I've been watching war movies and westerns and stuff. The old ones. Some of the old ones. I just watched an old western today. Don't ask me what it was called. Gregory Peck. I think he was playing a character named Billy Ringo or something like that. Very good. Very interesting western. Yep. I saw it on YouTube. It's not one of the videos you guys watch though. I'm still looking to see what you guys watch besides my videos. Some of you guys are watching Mysteries of the Ancient World. Yeah. Mysteries of the Ancient World. Lost cities and stuff. Why are you guys watching that? You say, because it's interesting. Yeah, it is kind of interesting, except when they start saying stuff like, it's a mystery why this city collapsed, disappeared. No sign of a conflict. It just, everyone abandoned the city. I don't know, I guess I never heard of a hailstorm or something. Right? You ever heard of a hailstorm? You know, when the hail comes down and destroys all the crops and all the animals, and you don't have any education on what's going on, so you think it's, you know, someone up there doesn't like us, so I guess we got to move on from here because of hailstorm. Yeah, tornado, earthquake. I say there's no sign of any of that stuff. What could possibly make people sick of living in a city? I wonder. I don't know. That's a mystery. No, it's not a mystery. They came to their senses. That's what happened. Someone got smart, and the smart caught, you know, everyone started catching the smart. They're going, you know what? This place is an abomination. This city. It's infested with stuff. Infested with diseased creatures, human and otherwise. Mentally and physically diseased. Yeah. Infested. So yeah, could have been just a smart move to pick up, take off, go somewhere else. Everyone's getting sick. Let me see now. I'm starting to head toward biface land on this one. I'm not really using the la 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 technique yet, but I might. I could stop in the middle and say, hand axe. Hand axe. That's what it is. It's already one. That's what it is. No, I'm trying to develop something out of this. It's not a hand axe, although if I just stopped right now, that's the first thing everyone would say. Hand axe. No, I'm trying to get this into a biface. Trying to get it to look like a biface. It's not a hand axe. I'm not saying that the hand axes were not made in the past. What I'm saying is some stuff that looks like hand axes were not hand axes. There could be intermediates in between what they're looking for, or they could just be knocking off flakes just to get flakes. You know, just to get these things so they can cut something with it. And they left a little point on one end by coinkydink, and they say, "Ooh, it's a hand axe. Whee, we got an artifact hand axe," and they get all excited and stuff. Oh, I've seen them get excited about this kind of stuff. It's a bit cringy. Not that I'm not a bit cringy. I'm just saying. You never know. Yep, you never know. Come on. Can't be that hard. Can't be that hard to flake this stuff. I got that tape measure. See, when I leave it out, it makes all these weird noises because I keep hitting it. And if I put it away, I can't find it when I need it. Yep. Now it's a hand axe? No, I hit the base of this thing and I couldn't get any flakes to travel, so it ended up looking kind of dull. And now you can use it as a hand axe even better now. Yeah. Let's see. Nice. Okay. It's a start, I suppose. Oh, let's see. I don't know. I'm just trying different areas. I'm not really going for anything specific. And no, I'm not going to grind the heck out of it. I'm just going to wait and see what happens. I do have to get rid of some of that cortex. That's a really nice material right there. And so is this up here, so I was hoping not to lose that, but oh well. Okay, I think we're getting somewhere. With that one strike, could change everything. Everything could start falling in place like dominoes. Yep. One flake after another. Everything falling like dominoes. It's possible. Save some of those down there. Okay, now I'll grind it. It's starting to get a little delicate. Oh, come on. There we go. Beauty. Beauty. Yeah. We might be getting somewhere. Oh no. Not another one of those. Oh yes. Well, but don't worry, folks. It was controlled. Yep. Don't worry. No worries. I know what I'm doing. Everything's controlled, so no worries. Here it comes. Yeah. It's not perfect. This edge, I can do a little bit better. I got cortex there. Oh, let's see. Let's get rid of it. Shall we? I think we shall. Yeah. Don't want any cortex on the striking edge. Yep. Get Cortez out of here. Grind it a little bit for a good measure. Let's see if I can do a controlled mistake here on this one. Ooh, sweet. Yeah. Getting limber. Getting warmed up. I wish. Let's see. I think I'm gonna need some caffeine here in a minute. Or a tall glass of water. I think I'm getting dehydrated. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, come to think of it, I hadn't had much water today. After doing all that moving this stuff around. Yep. I gotta pay attention. Sorry, folks. I'm gonna drift off into the zone here. I gotta pay attention. All right. Yeah, that's another thing about the no talk videos. I don't run the sander, which means it's a lot more easily listening. Now, why did I grind it down smoother to hit the tip? So I did not want to snap the whole thing in half. I wanted to flake just like that. Yep. Oh yes, works very well when you got a smooth surface. Okay. Why did I take it down some more? Because I felt some dragging. A little bit of dragging. Yeah, I don't want it to grab, especially when I'm hitting the ends. Yeah. It goes contrary to many techniques. Some techniques depend upon a grippy percussor. This technique is not that. Smooth percussor. Now, can you use real smooth steel? That I don't know. That's a good question. I'm gonna have to explore that. But for me, these billets made of steel are too heavy. I've tried using them and they're just too heavy. Too heavy to be comfortable to use for long periods of time. You know, why long periods of time? Well, you know, it takes time sometimes to get to the good stuff. If you're napping a bunch of these rocks, sometimes you're there all day before you hit the nice one. And when you hit the nice one, you don't want to be all tired out. Because you know you're going to want to hit that nice one. You can't wait until you're rested the next day. And there it goes. Clink. Broke it in half. Yep. Because the weight of the percussor is too heavy. You know, made you tired. I know that's what I'd blame it on if it were me. Yep. Yeah, that's a nice little flake. Yeah, this is the kind of material that it spoils you until you hit a rough spot. It does spoil you. Yep, I can get flakes like that. That does spoil me. But once in a while, I run into a rough patch. I'll leave it like this, and I'll put this in this category up here. Okay. Oh, let's see what we got here. Ooh, that one broke nicely. What am I going to do with this? I think what I'm going to do is I'll cut the video short here. Well, not short, but I'm going to stop the video and upload what I have. I'll join it all together, upload what I have, and then I've got to decide what I'm going to offer for the auction. I can't skip a week because it's too close to Christmas. Tempted to skip a week so I can gather up all the nodules that I've got, but I'm not going to be able to. I've got to offer some items. All right. So yeah, I'm going to cut the video off here. Yeah, I can probably get a few usable flakes out of there, and that's it. The rest are cruddies. You know, they're too clunky, or they're too much cortex, or they got internal cracks or issues. Yeah. This one here, that's interesting stuff. Very translucent. I might set this aside if it's high enough quality. Yeah, I think I'm going to set this aside. This whole thing, I'm going to set this aside to over here with the multicolored fancy one for a future video. I'm going to put this up here too. These, I did that earlier. Do I have any other ones? Yeah, I do have this one. I want to put this up here too. I know I said I was going to try to heat treat that one, but I want to put them up here. Put that up there. Okay, so what did I get? I did get 4 bifaces. Let's take a shot of these just in case I want to use this. Kind of show a variety of different rocks. Yeah. Alrighty, that's it.